Welcome to the first ever Paddle and Cocks podcast with me, your host Shane Solomon, and with founding partners Verona Cocks and Penny Paddle. A pleasure to finally get here. We've talked about this for a long time. I want to get straight into the content if you don't mind. And just a bit about the story. Verona, if we start with you, how you started. You're coming up to 5 years now, which I can't believe it's been that long. It seems only like yesterday. But a bit of a snapshot of that last few years.
Well, Paddle and Cocks LLP solicitors. We are in our 5th year of trading, and we started off in 2018 with a bank loan and me and Penny in a 3-man office in Charles House. And we are now 15 lawyers with 4 administrators. We've still got our head office at Charles House, but we have lawyers right across the country. We doubled our turnover the last financial year.
Well done.
And we think we've got a recognised brand now, Penny, in the marketplace, locally and nationally.
Of course, you both come from great stock. You've got great careers behind you before starting your own practice. And what would you put that success down to, apart from yourselves? I mean, you're very big networkers, the both of you, Penny, but what would you put that success down to?
Well, I think there are several things. One is, as you say, good networking, but there's no point in good networking if you can't back it up by delivering a really good product. So we have some really good consultants. They are all people who are between sort of 5, 10, 20 years PQE, that's post-qualification experience. So they're all really qualified lawyers in their own right and in their own specialism. And the type of people that we attract are people that are quite entrepreneurial as well. Sure. So they understand that people want to be kept updated, people want their calls returned and their emails returned, and providing good client care is as important as providing good legal advice.
Of course.
Yeah, I think that's right. Most of our lawyers have had experience in either building businesses themselves as well as holding senior positions in the legal profession. And so we're not just providing legal advice, we actually understand some of the drivers and the pressures that business owners have. So there is a more experiential advice with it as well. And we set up differently. We are a consultancy-based practice, which is where most of our lawyers are of a very senior level, as Penny was saying, but they are self-employed, so that it means that we share the profit with them. Okay. And it facilitates what we would say bringing their whole selves to work so that they can manage their caseload as well as their personal lives. And we've all got to live. We've all got to be able to deal with things that are affecting us personally as well as professionally. And we think in that way that our lawyers are able to deliver a better client service.
Yes, happy lawyers are more efficient lawyers.
Absolutely. Now, I've passed referrals to you before because, I believe in what you do, and people I've passed you have been very happy with the service that you've provided. Now, for those watching and listening to this, if you can just give us a snapshot of what services you offer. I know, of course, that you specialise in one thing and you're the same. Can you just let us know what kind of services you offer in law?
Yes. So I think that was one of the things that complemented Penny and I setting up the business. I deal with the disputes, so commercial disputes, business disputes, ranging from anything to do with breach of commercial contract, property disputes, shareholders disputes, directors' actions, also international disputes, so enforcing foreign judgments, as well as warranty claims. And we have a specialist area in relation to property, so things like possession claims, break notices, lease renewals. We also have a specialist area for intellectual property, so things like infringement of trademarks, passing off. I also head up the employment team, so we have a strong team of lawyers there covering anything from discrimination, unfair, wrongful dismissal, as well as giving advisory work, so drafting employment contracts and HR services. And for my sins, I also deal with insolvency, and that can be acting for insolvency practitioners as well as acting for creditors and also those that find themselves in financial difficulties.
Okay. And Penny?
I head up the corporate and commercial team and also the commercial property team. So we are non-contentious, so we don't get involved in any disputes. We pass those over to Verona's team. What we do though in corporate is we help people buy and sell their businesses, essentially, whether that be an asset sale or a share purchase. We also help people restructure their existing businesses, help them to take in new investment or debt funding. So in terms of new investment, it might be private equity or angel investors or crowdfunding, peer-to-peer funding. In respect of the commercial side of things, we assist with any type of commercial agreements. And in commercial property, we would assist with the usual acquisition or disposal of leases, freehold of commercial properties, looking at taking options over land and overage agreements.
Okay.
And I was just going to say, one of the things that we would say is maybe our USB, if you like, is that we are approachable. Anyone can phone us. We are happy to have an initial consultation without charge. And
that's refreshing.
It's just so that we're commercial as well.
Sure.
We, everybody needs to make a living, and we understand that legal services are not the cheapest.
Sure.
And we don't really sort of hold ourselves out to be that way either. But what we think that we're good at is building those relationships, being approachable and available so that we can speak to somebody, give them an overview as to what we think the issues might be, what it's going to cost them, and allow them to go away and have a think about that.
Fantastic. Now, you've been Legal 500 recognised as well, so that's a good thing, right, in the directory that is that?
Yes, I think that was we were really, really chuffed about that, to be honest. It's one of those things that within the profession, a lot of law firms and lawyers, really covet, although may sort of make light of it in a way. To get in the Legal 500 for us, Penny and I built this business from scratch, and it was through hard work. We didn't have a huge amount of funding behind us. We had to go out, get the work, do it well. And the Legal 500 recognises the quality of work, and it's a global directory.
You mentioned the kind of the humble beginnings, really, and that is a lot of people look at solicitors, lawyers, and think, yeah, they're loaded, lots of money, but you're quite open that as a business you took out the loan to get you started, right? So it's that hard work, it's the graft, it's the determination and the passion to succeed, and you ladies have absolutely smashed it. And to see your growth on socials and see all the people joining you is just true testament of what you've created. Now, you're always looking for new partners, however. You're not going to stop at 14 and 4 administrators, right? So you're still on the lookout for other professionals, right?
Absolutely, yes. And particularly in the area of commercial property, because that is an area at the moment which is really
busy,
running
right?
away with itself, yes. So as fast as we are getting in so many referrals for commercial property work, we need to keep taking on more people to deal with those. We never seem to be able to quite catch up.
Yeah. I've got to ask, what areas of the UK do you have presence in? Because you're very active in Cornwall. I recently met up with you in London as well. You've got a good presence in London. Is there any other areas that you want to touch on in this podcast that you cover in the UK?
Yes, we've got a good presence in Birmingham, and also we have now some people in the north, mainly around Leeds, Halifax, and we are looking to recruit across the country, really. The nature of our business and the way it's set up, being a consultancy business, and also we are mainly paperless. Everything's set up electronically, so our systems and applications facilitate our lawyers to work where they want, when they want, and it means that we can therefore have a good coverage across the country. So if there's lawyers in a certain geographical area, we don't have to have an office there.
Sure.
The fact that they're there, they can work from home, or if they want to take trade premises, they can do.
Mm-hmm.
And it just allows us to scale the business, but also to grow at a lot faster rate.
Penny, I'm going to come to you for this one. I don't know, without breaking any confidentiality, but is there any kind of case studies or any clients that you can shout about that you've actually helped, assisted, that's resulted in a good testimonial at all?
Well, yes, there's quite a few.
Oh, that's good. I asked that question. I thought I should have asked that before.
Check out our new website,
Yes.
which is going to be launching in the next few days.
Indeed.
And there will be lots of testimonials on there from satisfied clients.
Brilliant.
It's difficult to think of something off the
sure.
top of my head.
Okay, well, if there's some on the website, it's great because that's a great seamless link into pushing the website because we're getting near the end of the first podcast. So the website is paddleandcocks.co.uk and it's spelled A-N-D, because we can't have the ampersand on the internet, but your branding, of course, which we've got on the wonderful screen here, is with the ampersand. So it's a place of all resources then, really. It's a great go-to place, I'm assuming. You spent a bit of time and effort on this website, I believe.
We have, yes. I mean, it's taken us over a year, I think, to actually put it together. So the fact that it's going to be pushed live in the next couple of days is really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. And www.paddleandcocks.co.uk.
You got it. Now, ladies, is there anything I've missed? I've gone through pretty much my notes here, but is there anything you want to add in this first podcast with Paddle and Cocks that I've missed?
I don't know, just to shout about our people, actually. We've got some great lawyers, and they're not just great lawyers. They've got good business acumen, and they're good at building relationships and delivering client service. And actually, it's your people that makes your business.
That's
and
a great way to
from
finish.
my perspective, I'd just like to say that the types of businesses that we work with a lot on my side of the business tend to be in the hospitality industry. So sales of hotels, acquisitions of campsites, as well as retail. And we do a lot of online retail and a lot of online business to business, particularly in the IT sector. And we also have specialists in the property team who are specialists in agricultural matters.
Okay.
So lots of specialist niches within some general areas of law that we practice in.
Indeed. Well, I'm going to say to anyone watching this podcast or listening to it even, make sure you connect with these powerhouse ladies, Verona Cocks and Penny Paddle. Thank you so much for having your podcast produced with us at the Cornwall Channel. It's a pleasure to have you on board as one of our ambassador broadcast partners. And until the next time, in episode 2 of the podcast from Paddle and Cocks, I'll bid you goodbye, and goodbye from these ladies.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Till the next time.